I'm going to be very, very brief with these two episodes of SpongeBob because I do not like the first one, but the second one is really good. Now, first off, I'm going to talk about Man Ray Returns, and keep in mind that this is not a really good episode. Basically, it's just Squidward who I think leaves the house, and then I think Man Ray just goes there, and then SpongeBob and Patrick dress up as Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy to try to stop his evil scheme. When you think about it, this is completely lazy. It's a good thing that they're actually going with their Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy formula, considering the fact they can't have the two of them because Ernest Borgnine is dead and cannot produce Mermaid Man's voice anymore. But what really pisses me off is this feels like Bubble Buddy Returns. Because, he's in the beginning, like Man Ray, but in the end, it's just basically SpongeBob taking care of his little, son or whatever. I mean, it's in the title, Bubble Buddy Returns, and Bubble Buddy is only shown in the beginning and in the end, and it's just, what was the name of that Bubble's head again? What was the name of that Bubble Buddy's son? Was it, oh, Shiny. It was, Shiny. It's just, you could just call it Bubble Shiny or whatever, because basically it doesn't deserve the Bubble Buddy Returns, the episode itself. And I thought it was borderline meh, but this episode, I just don't want to talk about it. It's very disappointing. Oh my gosh, this is a big disappointment of SpongeBob, 5 out of 10! But don't get too surprised, because, well, Man Ray Returns may not be the strongest. Larry the floor manager is the absolute saving grace of the second episode. Now, this is basically like the other episode, Mr. Krabs takes a vacation, and then Larry the lobster takes run of the Krusty Krab, turning it into the healthy crab and making all the customers work out and eat salads instead of the Krabby Patties. Now, this feels like Bossy Boots and Krusty Dogs, but the way it's executed because Mr. Krabs isn't the boss, it's Larry the lobster. You got a different crustacean running it. Well, you know, Mr. Krabs is like all cheap and everything. Larry just wants the people to be healthy and working out because he has a gem business, and he treats the healthy crab as his gem. And, I think the highlight of this episode is where SpongeBob and Squidward plan to sabotage the restaurant. Sabotage, where have I seen that before? Regular show replaced. Anyways, the gags that they do from switching the shakes to sabotaging the equipment to a awesome battle climax where they get everyone to eat their Krabby Patties, the ones that were working out, and then Larry says that what's happened to him, and he should have been eating those instead of working out because that's what he cared about the most. And then the episode ends with Mr. Krabs coming back, and then he's like, just the way I left it. Now, this episode is an absolute jewel and a marvel. Not only does it execute a plot really good, even though it kind of looks similar to two other episodes, but having Larry, a crustacean, run the Krusty Krab, we've never seen that before. We had Pearl do it, but that was only because she wanted to impress her dad. And, that's like... And then you got Mrs. Puff, who had to pay for the damages in Summer Job. We never got, like, Larry or some other side characters to run the Krusty Krab on its own. I will admit that this running gag is kind of stupid with the pecs and all, and that the pecs, like, relax Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob. Like, I don't get that. And they're crying because Larry was wrong about the Krabby Patties? I don't know. Like I said, that, again, feels like a regular show episode. So, in conclusion, I like this episode really much. It may not be as strong as the other ones I do, but the only reason I give these two ratings is because, well, one may seem pretty weak. I mean, I'm sure that, Man Ray Returns is not as bad as that atrocious regular show short Space Worm. The only difference is, it's not as annoying. Just a little minor Squidward torture episode near the end, but Larry, the floor manager, makes up for the bad episode in the beginning. So, 8 out of 10, because, like I said, I don't like that gag with the pecs, and I love the battle climax and stuff, and I don't like Squidward being tangled up in that net thing. I mean, he kept asking SpongeBob numerous times to get him out, and SpongeBob just kept on ignoring him. I know it's a joke, but in the end of the episode, Larry just takes all the equipment with the buff guys, and then Squidward's like, why can't someone get me out of here? Another minor Squidward torture right there. Just, throwing in an example right there. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that you guys are familiar with tomorrow, because you know what tomorrow is. Boy, do I have to talk about the schedule. Oh my gosh, the schedule. Let that be a bad sign for Cartoon Network. For its 25th anniversary. Shame on you, Cartoon Network.